Are you ready to stop playing small so you can show up in bigger ways for yourself, your purpose, and your movement? Listen, I've been there. I've been to that place of knowing my purpose and also knowing that I'm not playing a bigger game. I know the frustration and the pain that comes with having a dream and not taking big enough action towards it. I know how frustrating it can be to have a purpose and have your biggest fear be that you don't fulfill that purpose. I get it. And then one day I decided that my purpose weighs greater than my fears. It weighs greater than the beliefs that were holding me back, the limitations that I was putting on myself. And I set out to create action. I set out to take big, bold, actionable steps that freaked me out. And what I've learned through this process is that we are far more courageous than we give ourselves credit for. We are far more persistent and resilient than we give ourselves credit for. And until you start to push yourself outside of your comfort zone, you'll never know your true strength. You'll never recognize your true resilience. So I'm going to share with you 4 steps to kill your habit of playing small, so you can show up in bigger and bolder ways for your mission, for your purpose, for your vision, for all those big dreams that you are determined to go after. So step number 1 is to identify all the ways in which you're playing small. So if you want to write a book and you have yet to create an outline for that book, or you have yet to carve out time in your schedule to sit down and write, you're playing small. If you have a dream to speak on bigger stages around the world, and yet you're not taking action to do that, to make that happen, you're playing small. So step number 1 is to identify all the ways in which you're playing small. Step number 2 is to ask yourself, what would it look like to play big instead? If you were to play big with your book, what would that look like? Would that look like having a set amount of time every single day where you sit down and you write? Would it look like hiring a book coach or a writing coach? Would it look like hiring a book agent? What would that actually look like? Step number 3 is to identify your playing big actionable steps. So what are the actual steps that you need to take in order to play big? So again, if it's about speaking on stages around the world, what would that mean? What are the steps that you need to take? You need to write a speech. You need to start creating a list of all the events you want to speak at. You need to start reaching out to that list. Identify what those actionable steps are. And then finally, step number 4, of course, is take action. Take action. Do the things that you've been scared to do. Do the things that you've been avoiding doing due to your fear. Just do it. Look, if you are a purpose-driven leader and you are ready to play a bigger game, you are ready to do those things that you've been avoiding to do because of your fear, you are ready to write your book, speak on stages, achieve your biggest dreams because you're ready to bring your message to the masses, then I invite you to join me and 11 other purpose-driven leaders at the Activation Retreat. Click the link in my profile and apply today. And if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, the link will be in my comments. Refuse to let your habit of playing small continue to hold you back from doing what you know you're here to do and being the leader that you know you're here to be. Apply to join me at the Activation Retreat.